Subscribe for your girl Obiko. Mide in a recent interview is talking about how she thinks Kola really likes Dede, but cannot say same for Dede because Dede is Dede, but Dede will not get closer if she doesn't like you, but the like cannot be defined by her. She also added that Biggie's house is stressful. It is more stressful if you are friends with Kola. Dede is not talking to me. Mide, what do you think is the problem? She's wearing that person's jacket. Are they dating? See how she's laughing with this person. No more Kola stress me, Sha. You have Ebuka's dynamics with Dede, making Dede feel like, did people outside perceive something was going on with me and Jason J? So now Ebuka is asking, what was it that she got going on with Jason J? They had unspoken language with their dynamics. You have heard talking about it, and they went on commercial break. They came back for whatever thing that Ebuka said. You have Dede saying that, okay, so Ebuka, from what you're saying, are you trying to say that people outside perceive me and Jason J beyond friends? Because we were not there like that. You have Ebuka saying that it's not about them perceiving or not perceiving. There was this unspoken language in your relationship, and it was louder than you would think. Koyin also is asking Sultana which of the guys she found attractive when she first got to the house before she met Jason J. It is how Sultana is struggling to answer this question, running away as much as she can. Maybe this answer that Koyin wants, so he wants to be told that I found you, Koyin, attractive first. But that is something that maybe camera did not capture. As far as I know, during the first week, girl had a conversation and with a girl who first left, I've forgotten her name. You have her saying that, you see that boy over there, Jason J, he seems like a player. He doesn't seem like somebody who wants a ship. Myself, I don't want a ship. I want to be with him, Sha. Within 48 hours, she had gone telling Big Soso, if I want to be in a ship, it will be that guy. There is something about him I can't pinpoint. And I think he will be a good one. Now, when did Sultana get cozy with Koyin? It was a sudden thing. It was a Thursday after pool party. Don't forget, once it was a Thursday, it means Jason has started sleeping with Sultana Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning. For her to even tell Sabrina and Doris, Avatar, that one they press my breast for night. Then daytime, you spend all the day with Dede. So she was beginning to have a fallout because of how Jason sees her as a bedmate and Dede as a friend. Ebuka wanna know from Dede who Kola is to her. She says, we are just housemates, and it didn't sit well with Kola. So finally, Ebuka wrapped it up saying that looking at Kola, he's vulnerable, Dede is strict, Mensa is emotional, Isabella is carefree, Koyin is self-assured, Capable is a discovery, Imisi is immersive, Sultana is a complex person, Jason J is a determined guy. And that was a wrap-up. With him Mensa earlier during the night section Ebuka, more like Ebuka, the way they look at our faces is not funny. Did you come here to take somebody out? Let me search. If you have an envelope. He didn't find any. Only for Ebuka to say, may all nominated housemate be on their feet. And camera kept picking their faces. More like, wahala. And he said, it is a prank. Mensa comes in and he's dragging Jason J, Koyin, Isabella, saying that Jason was very pissed off with Dede's response, acting like she and him were not friends like that. But I respect Jason every now and then. You see why? Because Dede spoke before him, but when he got to his turn, he said he liked Dede and had beautiful things to say about that girl because he is big on friendship. And he doesn't need you valuing him. Once he feels that he is okay with you, until further notice, he will give you your accolade. And say that this boy, Koyin, the first day I see him for this house, I think saying a small boy he be. He's a very bad boy. See the thing way they do. You have Isabella saying that, and I like him. So the two are back watching the frames. Fate's own has been taken away. You have Koyin saying that Imisi is the most prettiest girl in the house. Isabella equally agrees. They're talking about her body, like every aspect of her. Isabella saying that she wants to give birth to a fair skin, kind baby girl. You have Koyin saying that really, and you they follow me for here. Girl said, yes now. Your color and my color, you are not that dark. See your eyes now. They begin to look at boy and showering praises at him. In the kitchen is also moments where Emisi is bored with this whole thing of don't talk. So she was talking, Jason Jane prompted, her party is over. Biggie has sent your last warning. Don't whisper, else you face the consequences. She now placed her body on the floor wailing, and Kola could not even comfort her and left her on the floor, proceeded upstairs. The two are finally back outside. They haven't just right? You are Emisi saying that her Ebuka looks nice, so she wants him for herself. You have Kola saying that he's a married man. Girls say, from her. I don't care. That one should be mine. And see her. And on a more serious note, Kola is happy he forced Jason J to confess that he likes Dede, but like does not mean love. And he has repeatedly said this on the show, even to the guys on a round table. Even with him there, who do you like the most? He will just say is Dede. But I understand Kola. He want to say Jason loves Dede, and it's possible. And that one too, he has not shown it, especially when he says he told Dede he's in a relationship. Dede says same, and they both understood from the word go. You have him also asking Emisi how she felt about his back and forth with Jason J. Girl said let it go. He doesn't like how the highlight was portraying that he was just following Dede. That dynamics is not sitting well. You have Emisi whispering that let it go. Okay, go to bed. He told Emisi she's pretty, and girl could not help but blush and thank him. You have him back having conversation with Mensa saying that I think what is doing me right now be say Koyin made a statement about how he does not chase, and it is this whole thing of Jason J and Cable Ball clapping for him. What was that for? Those snapping of fingers that they were doing, it's more like they were trying to mock me. I don't know. It's not sitting well with me. When I know they were all after her, just that they didn't boldly tell her what I told her. And he want to know, is it that bad with his dynamics with Dede? And does Mensa feel that he wasted his time on the show on a woman? Mensa said, don't think that way. Your feeling for Dede is mutual. There are grades of women. He has not met that kind that Dede is because he's not a playboy kind of person. But Dede is not a girl to waste time on you. If she does not like you, she should not even be in your circle because they've all witnessed her back and forth in the house. So boys should take chills. That girl liked you and never played you. This is what goes on in the house. Everybody, they use somebody. Koyin blinking and winking his eyes, saying that Pusho, him and Isabella go far is a fallacy. He knows. So he is using Isabella to change his 7 weeks dynamics with Dede. Jason J rather thinks that he was moving away from the fish story because it sounded somehow to go be with Sultana. But what he doesn't know is Sultana rather used him for her game. Because Sultana normally doesn't do much. What was she doing in the house? Once in a while she would gossip. Until a few weeks ago she won a HOH. Tell me how light of Sultana in Biggie's house. Camera don't even pick her. So she rather used Jason J to the extent of threatening him, and he kept staying. All she needed to do was play along for him to stay for her game. So you see what's going on. Everybody go to use somebody. Last, they will all be all right. But I like the advice Mr. Emotional gave to Mr. Vulnerable. At the end of the day, it's not that deep. It's a game. And also telling Kola that get out and find out the reality and gather your nyash together. You'll be fine. Kola said, me, I've been keeping quiet. A lot happens between me and Dede. Since we both know camera don't even capture. I'm not the Lulu. I've never done things with her with the intention of me not knowing what goes on. We've been kissing several times. Me and her. So it's not like she's been using me. When I show love to her, it's also because of my upbringing. I'm not doing things out of the blue and not getting anything in return. And this whole thing of people acting like I'm closer to her, like a sim, going back and forth, it's not the truth. Me and her, we've done things. I just don't want to spill. Now, during the night, boy is bringing it up, saying that there seems to be something going on. I've seen it all along. I'm just not feeling all right. They said, stop it. Why are you making it look like a big deal? In my 10 weeks of staying in Biggie's house, I've been cozy with you for just 1 week. It's not that deep now. Boy, it is not. So you have heard saying that it was a moment of sweetness and he should get it. You have conversations going on about the whole highlight thing. You have Koyin asking Sultana, why did you avoid the question I asked you and acting up when I asked you a simple question? Girl said, which question? Boy said, you know now. It is the whole eyeing between them. Isabella was beginning to be uncomfortable. He said, I asked you a question. Girl said, tell me the question. He wouldn't say. I'm like, so why ask her if you wouldn't say? But Koyin knows what he's doing, because whilst he's going back and forth with Sultana, you have her saying that we have an unfinished business. Girl saying, what do you mean? I answered. Is it not the one that I said it was a game? You have Isabella said it was the game one. I'm like, God, don't crash out. Go out and find out. We can't game. Sure. Jason went to bed early. Sultana joined later. It is finally good morning in Biggie's house. Kola is lost in thought. A lot is going on. Jason with his baby whilst making breakfast. You have Dede equally awake. It is about to be a busy day with the guys in the kitchen. That is Koyin, Mensa, Jason J. Biggie has asked them to do today's business again, so they are outside on the water hunt. Jason dancing, slowly holding on to his baby. Jason J and Sultana are going through all the highlights that happened in the house, the sensitive ones. So it was Jason J's highlight that brought about all these brouhaha for the night, from the Dede to the Kola situation, and moved to Koyin's highlight and his questions equally popped up. You have Jason say that, come to think of it, you do not owe me. I am not preventing you from being you. But why would you lie? Because you tell me one thing, but the video suggests another. Girl said the whole thing is what you see in the video. Me and Koyin did nothing. You have Jason say that you being defensive. Girl said, yes, now. It is not even about me. The person who liked Koyin first week was Jiggy, saying that, oh, this boy looks attractive. But when he began to talk and how he was inconsistent with his speech, then she kind of felt like, I don't like a man like this. So, and she switched to Victory. Jason laughed and said, you still don't answer the question. She said, what is there to answer? I'm also like, Jason, why are you asking? You kept saying you are not pissed off, okay? But you feel once there is nothing going on, she should feel comfortable and answer. If she's not feeling comfortable and you can sense it, why push it? It is very obvious Sultana used Jason J for her game strategy, and it worked perfectly. She knew her weakness from the word go and knew the kind of person to attach with for her game dynamics. As simple as that. It might seem she caught feelings, but I beg to differ. There is nothing like that in her veins. It's not only Sultana who benefited, Jason equally benefited. In a game house where two beautiful ladies are, and one that you like, want to act like you are a nobody, and even name calling you and acting up, watching camera before she talks. It was best that he also attacked with Sultana to drift away from the fish narrative. And the moment he left, it was no longer a funny story. What I'm saying is there is no fish story when the guys involved are busy being with other people, kissing and doing more. It's now Dede Kola in a ship and not Dede and the fishes. You have him, that is Jason the Sultana. This thing where you they do gra gra gra, you know one answer. No wahala. You know by now, my fans, they have videos for me to know who are real and who are not real. The moment I leave here is the first thing they will show. And since I got stuck with you for most of the weeks, your video will be the first. Girl said, let's go out to see. It's not like she cares. Jason said, I'm glad I moved away from the fish story. That alone is good for me. And I am glad no one used me for their story. And I'm like, no one used you. You used Sultana, Sultana used you. It's good you moved away from the fish story, but nobody lives on an island. What do you mean by you no one used you? Anyway, you have him saying that Dede had asked him for over 10 minutes. Can you make me breakfast? Please cook for me. I want to have a taste. And in his mind, he was just dragging his feet. Not that he wouldn't even do it. Because what is it? To cook for a woman is a blessing. And he didn't come to the house to be in a full ship. If he had come with a strategy of being in a full ship, there wasn't going to be any competitor, because women like her, likes him, and he likes women. But come to think of it, did they recognize camera and made a switch of sentence and began acting up? And you were like, So him being a gentleman went like, Dede, it's not that deep. Me cooking for you is not any problem. I had long worried for Koyin, he cooking for you for all these weeks and you switching on him and acting up. But now it is not a big deal. We are in 10th week. If you want to eat from my hand, I'll gladly get you something. Whilst the fetch the water game was going on, you have Kola still overwhelmed with what happened last night. Did they say that I was in half of your highlight? It was as if your highlight was me. And I will be the end in your highlight too. It started with me, it's ending with me. I am not sure you have personal highlight, boy. As for me, it felt good because my highlight was centered around Arena. You are boys saying that, no, you were not in half. You came in one or two. Girl said, no, I came in severally. He said, I was also in yours. Girl said, from where? You were in once or twice. My highlight was Arena centered and it is my favorite. Kola feels Dede is acting pompous because the other guys moved on and it was only him who chased her. You have girls saying that don't mind those ones, so those boys are a bunch of liars. Me, I just don't want to do what I want to do. If not, I don't know why she would say that after telling Kola Jason said he's a friend and Koyin never asking her out. So waiting unless they do things under the sheets that they've both decided to be cool, quiet about it. You have Sabrina unfollowing Dede on IG all because of this backlash with him and Kola, with her and Kola. I'm like, girl, don't inherit beef. Dede is also saying that if she was Kola, she would have done the most too. I like how you told him that you were raised well, you were raised in a certain manner by your parents, and it is that manner that made you closer to me. So regardless of what I did and my tantrums, to me it was not a game. To me it was me being just a girl and seeking for affection when I needed it. I don't know why you are overwhelmed with this. I think you had the best highlight. If they feel you are vulnerable, that is what makes you a man. I kind of felt it was a little cute though. Sultana didn't answer the question Jason was asking, went back to have convo with Bella, saying that Jason was asking me what happened with me and Koyin after seeing the highlight. Why was he asking? Why is he interested in my answers when he has a babe outside? I'm like, you could have just told him this to his face, but I also understand Sultana. Sultana does not like Jason. It is a game for her. So whenever, the word is whenever, she just makes her fans know that when I play Mumu with him, I'll come and say something different just so you know I know what I'm doing. So this is a perfect response. Why ask me when you got a babe? Even as friends, if I don't want to talk about it. So she's telling Isabella. Isabella is saying, don't mind that one. That one was so pressed. Look at how he was consistent with wanting Dede's attention and wanting love. It was two ways. Jason will go to Dede. Dede will look for Jason from the start of the show because they both had that dynamics. And this is a house where you need people for your game. It isn't that deep. But this is Isabella where they follow Koyin, where they match. These few weeks where they started being cozy. Hey, but let Isabella be Isabella. She's dragging Jason, acting like Jason had proposed to Dede. Unless we never watched it, because there was nothing like that. It's okay for a man to feel I like you, but when he sees your dynamics, for him to back off. And it is okay for Jason to praise Dede, even with Sultana seated there. You cannot tell me you have a husband or a wife and you don't have a best friend. So if you have a friend and you have good things to say about your friend, it doesn't mean your partner is a weakling. He was addressing Dede and he had beautiful things to say about Dede when he knew Dede. It had nothing to do with Sultana. Why link Sultana to something that had nothing to do with Dede? At the end of the day, they will all learn. Me, Coco, if you want to find out from me, it is a game and nobody had absolute 100. Koyin followed Dede throughout. You know, these past 3 weeks that he started being with Isabella, he was now beginning to be cozy back with Dede. He dropped Isabella and was following Dede until they fought by the snooker. Then he went back to Isabella. You see, Jason, second week, he moved on. But in between the second week, from there, anytime he's okay with Dede, he will ignore Sultana and be Dede daytime. Kola is an unrepentant soul who is being with Dede from week 1 till now. His case is different. What am I arriving at? Koyin can't tell me Dede was my best friend. I never said I liked her. Like doesn't mean anything. You need to like somebody for the person to be your best friend. Who started this best friend? It was Koyin. He initiated it. He was persistent with it. Dede never saw Koyin even as a friend. She said, he is like my younger brother. My banters with him, that is how he feels. But never told him that So boys started saying, are we not besties? We are besties. Because before, it was Jason and Dede as friends. So he pushed himself with that phrase, we are, until girl felt, okay, we are besties, we are besties. The fathers is Dede talking about Jason Koyin midday in the diary room. Nowhere did she acknowledge Kola for whatever reason. I can't tell for now. So at the end of the day, these are gamers. You can't fault any. May the best player win, and they will all win. Like Ebuka said, you don't need to win the money to be a winner. Life will happen, and you need to fight your way to be a real winner. For sure. They all use themselves. Just that some people, the mamumu pass others. And those who felt they were champions are beginning to realize others use them. They just don't want to admit. And people are clashing out. You know Jason J, he is smart in mind, but he's also losing it right now with these repetitive question and answers going back and forth. Sultana used him more than he thought he did. And he equally benefited because he pushed him away from the fish story. Kola has stayed relevant because of Dede. Dede has stayed relevant because of Kola and other dynamics. You have Isabella staying relevant because of Koyin within these past weeks. And Koyin has moved on from the fish story because of Isabella. At the end of the day, it's use me, I use you. You have your faves finally gathered for Saloon O'Clock. They're getting their new looks ahead of the finals with a little banter between Kola and K-Bobo over Missy covers your ill. When you do wrong, she'll still cover you. You have Kola being like, she covers you too. Don't do that. It is funny. Anyway, so I like the dynamics of the game. They all stayed truthful. Some were real gamers because they were very insincere and fake. But games are fake now. Some also lived their true life, open book, kind of, though they were bad. Others also had it all, like Grace falling non-stop. Just hoping Koyin settles banter with Dede, for sure. I'm hoping Kola, after finding videos, remains calm. I like how Jason still sees Dede as a friend, but felt like the disrespect cannot continue, so moved away, took a step back, but still sees her in a positive light. Another broken relationship that needs to be mended to some extent is Jason J's relationship with Isabella. It was beautiful from the word go because of the name dynamics. But Sultana fixed herself in that relationship and made sure to carry every assumed negative whatever to Isabella. And Isabella gradually drifted away, has had nothing positive. Even when she listened and they said this is Jason J's song, her response, the envy, and that is so much not her. So I'm hoping she begins to realize it's not that deep and begins to have a mind of her own. It could also be true character or true colors are oozing out. So there are more relationships that needs mending because countering strategies have made the show a little messy. But I like it. Adios.